What's going on, guys? This is Danny from Slow Restoration, and as you can see, we're standing here by the Turbo GMC. If you didn't see the last couple of videos on this truck, we did take it back to Cecil County drag strip and it ran its best time of 11:88. So if you missed those couple videos, definitely check them out. Truck did amazing. Yeah, it's still dirty. You can see all the rubber on the quarter panel. We definitely need to get it cleaned back up, but that's part of what I'm talking about here today. So I think we're going to do a refresh on this truck as far as what it looks like. I don't know if I ever said this on video before, if anyone's actually noticed it, but the step here is not on the other side. When I put my turbo system on, the intercooler piping runs up through there and those brackets were in the way, so I just never reinstalled that step. So I'm pretty sure for now we're going to pull, I liked them on there before when I kind of daily drove this truck, especially when you parked in parking lots. If someone opened their door up, it would hit here before it hit the body. But we don't really do that anymore. This is just kind of a fun truck, and when we do use it, it's more of a tow rig. So I think we're going to lose this side too, match the other side. I'm pretty sure we're going to get rid of our body side trim. The door piece is actually really nice. The extended cab part, all of them seem to do this. The chrome starts bubbling on it. So I think we're just going to lose that totally. Probably going to debadge it, get rid of this stuff. And let me know what you guys think. I'm seriously considering wrapping this whole truck. I do love this color. I don't know if you can see in the light there. It's got a really cool look to it. It's some lights it looks black, some lights it looks gray, some lights it looks green. It's just got this weird kind of flip-flop to it. I do like this color. I don't want to paint it, but definitely would consider wrapping this truck. We do have a couple colors in mind, but if anyone has any good suggestions, make it maybe stand out a little bit more, please let me know. Put it in the comments. Any suggestions? As you know, I do have the Krypton Green Camaro, and I really wanted to kind of wrap it that color. It's sort of kind of that green. It's very bold, but I can't really find any wrap that's close enough that I like to the Krypton Green. Not saying I'm not going to wrap it green, but that's a possibility. Definitely open to more ideas. But yeah, we're gonna freshen this up. Of course, I still have my small stock PYO rims and the 285s on it that I use at the drag strip. We have our 35s to go back on it, and I am running the Hummer H2 wheels on those. The current ones I have on are chrome, but I do have another set that are the painted H2 wheels, so I'm considering maybe having them powder coated, maybe a gunmetal gray or something like that, to match the new look. I would definitely consider that, but let me know what you guys think, what you would like to see this truck as. If we do wrap it, of course these will come off. I mean, the truck has a good look to me, but it's definitely I guess dated, maybe a little stock grandpa looking. So anyway, we're seriously gonna do something to update the look and just, you know, whatever. Update it, make it look better, make it look different, make it stand outish. So as we do that, we'll clean up and repaint the frame, suspension components and stuff like that to, you know, make it look good, protect it, and keep it looking as good as we can for as long as we can. I'm probably not going to go drastic, so I kind of still like my chrome bumpers and my chrome stock grille. I kind of like that. We'll probably end up, honestly, getting rid of our bug shield. It was good, again, for daily driving. It kept stone chips off the front edge of the hood, but again, we don't really do that anymore, and we don't drive it all that much per year, so we're probably going to lose that. And I would consider maybe doing headlights. These are in almost perfect shape, so we'll definitely keep these, but these are super easy to change out. So same with the back. You know, tail lights possibly maybe do them. I know one of the first things I'm going to get is put tow mirrors on. I don't really like tow mirrors on these trucks. Mine have the turn signals in them. I don't know, especially for what this truck gets used for. I guess tow mirrors might be better because I do tow with it, but I don't know. Maybe, possibly. I know that's going to be one of the big suggestions, but I don't know. I would seriously consider paint matching these to the truck and or wrapping them, but we'll see. Again, I'm definitely open to suggestions on wrap colors, and I'm not really afraid to go kind of bold on colors. So if you got any crazy suggestions, throw them out there. Who knows, we might pick it. The Turbo GMC is a pretty awesome truck, so I think we need to make it a little bit more standout-ish, at least for now, and with the option of going back. Alright guys, time to tackle the firewall. First thing we gotta do is get the old one out. Got an air chisel to get that job done, and a sawzall. Start cutting at it. It's this seam right through here, all the way around. Follow it down. This stays, but on the inside of that, so this seam goes, and actually that piece comes off too. So from here around, all the way over, all the way back to where it attaches to the floor there is all one piece. We need to take that all out. Let's get to it. Definitely a little bit of a fight and some cutting, grinding, prying, but we got the firewall out, of course. Now we need to clean everything up. This is spot welded obviously all through here. Get all that cleaned up, get the upper part of the cowl cleaned up also. It's just nasty. Someone actually smeared blue silicone on a lot of this and then painted over it, which did nothing for the condition. It just traps moisture. Don't do that. Fix it right. Put some auto body seam seal or something in there. Anyway, we got all this cut off too. All this will come off. Like I was saying before, there's a flange down through here and one here. So I was just looking over at this. It is nice to have your new piece sitting there. As you can see, here's the flange for that. So we'll drill in from the side of the car and catch this, because you can't access that from there. And the outer part of this is here. So there's the two flanges, one there and one there. This one we just drill in, spot weld through here. This one we drill in right next to the cowl piece and spot weld in through there. But all this needs to come off, be chiseled off. The end cap on the inner rocker needs to come off, and again, clean all that up, and we'll be ready for our new firewall. We did choose to go with the blanked out. He is running vintage air in this thing, so we don't need that big heater hole in it, so it's the smoothed out firewall. And not really sure why they still put the holes in there. We'll have to weld them up. It's kind of silly not to have the big hole in, but still put the mounting holes in, but that's the way they made it. So we'll get them welded up, get this thing clamped in place after we get it all cleaned up, and start welding that in. And of course that will go right down, and it includes your toe boards, and then it'll get spot welded right to this new floor, and that'll strengthen this up considerably also. Still going here. We got pretty much all this side off. We got to clean it up a little bit. We got a couple blow throughs we need to address, like right here. Sometimes happens when you chisel off. We got the inner rocker cap off. Again, we'll have to hammer and dolly that a little bit. Almost done this side. We got this. You can see how much metal there is there. It spot welds in all up through here, and again on the inner wheel well. Okay, well, it just fell off. But once you get those spot welds going, get them to crack or break, they pop off pretty nice. So we'll have to address this a little bit, get this all cleaned up. Again, they put silicone everywhere on this thing, but I guess that was their fix-all. But now we got pretty much all that off. We'll clean it up. We got a couple rust issues to fix, like here and here. We'll trim that out and put some new metal in there and get that ready for that new firewall. And once we get that in, the front of this will look a world better. This old rusty, hacked up metal. People have drilled holes, busted holes, patched it before, and now we're gonna have that nice new fresh one in there. There's a lot of mess that comes out of these cars when you're chiseling them apart and cleaning everything up to get ready for the new sheet metal. Every once in a while, it's good to just kind of, if you can, get the car out of the way, sweep up, clean up, so you're not tracking this stuff all over the place and we're stepping on a chunk of metal and going through your foot or tripping over it, anything like that. So we're going to get this all cleaned up, kind of regroup, and we'll keep moving on, but we need to get this cleaned up. Since it's up, we'll just kind of do a walk under. Obviously the firewall's all out. Most of it's ready to go, cleaned up. Got all the new floor in. Got all the spot welds down through here. Through here, they're actually plug welds. They're not spot welds. Factory would be spot welds. We still have to buzz knock the high spots off of them, clean them up a little bit, and we'll get something sprayed on there, keep that from rusting. We're gonna eventually coat this whole bottom. We keep going back. All of this is new. Of course, we have our frame notch in both sides. All that's looking good. And we still have to put our inner wheel wells in. We did test fit them. They actually fit really nice. And then again, we have to tie this whole back end together. But it's coming along, making some progress. This is definitely getting finished. We're rolling right along. I'll give you a sneak peek here. We did get the firewall fitted. Of course, it'll come back out. We got to clean a couple more areas up, sprayed our weld through primer on, but it's looking really, really good. It's fitting nice so far. So that's going to take this thing to the next level. And then once that's done up front, we'll get back to work on getting all this tied in and getting those Detroit Speed mini tubs finished up in there. And really, once we get firewall is very close. Once we get the back end tied up and the tail pan on, this car is really, really close. We'll have to do some coating on the bottom of it, then we can actually start bolting suspension back into this thing. And we do have a complete, if you're kind of new to the channel and don't know, we do have a complete rear Speed Tech suspension kit. It's I forget what kit it is, but it's got the long center track bar. It's got coilovers. It's a really nice setup. It's the same setup that is on that Camaro back there. So the guys, Chris is going to be back, the owner of the Camaro, to finish the last few details. He ordered a couple more parts, finish the last couple details up on this frame, and get his motor set down in. And we'll be ready to really, this car will be really, really far along at that point. We can set the motor, trans, the subframe, everything. The body will sit right down on that. We can get that bolted up. We'll have the rear suspension in. At that point, it'll be a roller again, and we'll see where he wants to take it from there. So needless to say, guys, we got a lot going on. We got a lot of work in the shop, a lot of actually cool projects. So, and there's no shortage of that. So once we get this stuff done, we got 5-10 more jobs waiting for us. Our own stuff to get back onto, like Project LS Extreme. And well, we got to get to that Camaro back there in the corner. And there's, like I said, there's a bunch more jobs lined up. So stay tuned. If you like the content, please subscribe and stay tuned, because this thing's well on its way.